Hi everybody, Alex Employer from Expert Forex, and in today's video we're going to look at the 7 deadly sins of Forex robot trading. And these are quite major sins, and they also explain why we at Expert Forex do not have a refund policy. Because you as a trader can make one of these 7 deadly sins and it can spoil your whole account, even if you're using a great EA. So this is a very important video, and please have a look at these sins very, very carefully. Now, some of these sins are also covered in a previous video I made earlier this year, the 5 Forex robot lies most like to believe. And those lies are often not lies told to you, they are often lies made up in your own mind, assumptions that you're making, incorrect assumptions. And as this illustration shows, it's sometimes easier to rely on a reassuring lie than an inconvenient truth. People don't want to hear about inconvenient truths. They'd rather listen to a reassuring lie. And then I made another one, 5 more Forex robot lies that most try to believe. So have a look at these. The links are there. The links will be in the description and in the commentary of this video. I'm not going to go into them into a lot of detail. But what I am going to do is I'm going to look at a post that was recently posted by one of our forum members, and we're going to go through that post, and that post is a good illustration of the 7 deadly sins of Forex robot trading. Okay, here we are in the forum. We're on the RSI Trendline EA forum, one of the EAs that we promote. And here is the post made by one of the forum members, and I must thank this member for posting really good post, and it helps me illustrate a few of these points. So it says, I need some of your expert advice. I've purchased the RSI Trader just a week ago. I'm time poor, so I'm interested in set and forget EAs. I purchased this EA largely on your most recent video, and he goes into that. It's on 2 live accounts, the pound USD and the Oz, and I'm trading $10,000 in the account using that lot sizing. The Pepperstone is my preferred broker, really good broker, Pepperstone is. And he says, my concern is I'm 5 days into trading and the account equity is steadily sliding downwards, and equity sits around $850, which means he's lost about $150 already in 5 days. What should I be concerned as it's only 5 days of trading? Do I continue, or what do I do? What kind of changes do I do? And then he says, I've watched many of your videos and read many of your forum messages, and I've heard you mention several times not to base your trading on set files. Okay, so we'll go into that in a bit of detail. So for this set and forget strategy, I've used the best set files on the EA Factory website. And then he asks a series of questions. Do I need to spend time backtesting these set files, and so on? Am I approaching this correctly? And he is asking the right questions. I must say he's really a thoughtful trader. I must admit, I'm totally confused. I don't get it. I would just like some settings that match the set and forget claims. And then he talks about some monitoring accounts that we are running that are also experiencing a drawdown at the moment. Anyway, your assistance will be greatly appreciated. So I'll go into the answer that I then gave. But let's have a look at his particular account. He's linked it to an FX Blue account, which is fantastic because I can now click on this link and it takes me to the account, and I can immediately see, oh, he's used a real account. Now, I will go into that as one of the 7 deadly sins, and you can see that most of the damage was done by the pound USD. Okay, so here's my response to his post, and I say thank you very much for your post, because it is really important that these kind of things come out. What happens often is that people purchase our EAs, they experience what this trader has experienced, but they don't contact us, so we cannot give feedback, and they trade their account and they blow their account. They've just done so many things wrong that we cannot help them. And you'll see that there are 7 deadly sins that have been committed in this particular case. So so I go, I'm not sure whether you mean live charts, which subsequently I found out they all have been traded on a live account, and I'll go into that as one of the 7 deadly sins. And then I'll start and I say, firstly, you need to look at your EA. You need to decide, is this EA a trending EA or a sideways EA? And the RSI trendline EA is generally a sideways trading EA. So I'm saying, I'm not sure that you realize you have just entered very strongly trending currency. So how can you use a sideways EA and enter strongly trending currencies? We'll look at that as part of the 7 deadly sins. Then I say, the other thing is both of the currencies that you're trading are linked to the US dollar. So you have doubled your risk. You have overexposed yourself to the same currency. So if that currency crashes, both those currencies are going to crash. Or if it goes well, both the currencies are going to go well. But it is better for you to use a balanced portfolio of currencies where you are not overexposing yourself to one particular currency. So there's another comment that I make about his results. So you have doubled your risk by exposing yourself to the same currency in those crosses. Try finding sideways currencies, and we'll talk about that, with low volatility. If you're trading bounce techniques, you want a sideways currency with low volatility. So that's what you should be looking for, and that's what you should be trading. You are in fact trading very volatile currencies that are trending. So using sideways strategies now. Okay, again, we'll come back to that. Also, you are using the 15-minute setting, which is highly risky. When you use 15 minutes, it will continue opening trades, and the 15-minute is like trading in the traffic. That's what we call it, because anything can happen on a 15-minute chart. So we suggest you use the 4-hour chart to start with, or the 1-hour chart. Don't start trading a new EA on the most difficult time frame. So again, we'll come back to that. And then I go into the 7 deadly sins. Let's go through that. Your results reflect that you have compounded your chances of failure in that you have traded, firstly, the wrong EA. Don't trade a sideways EA in a trending market. Trade a trending EA like the make money EA. That's what you should be trading in a trending market, not a sideways market. So you've got to look at the chart. Don't just take a currency because it had the best results on the EA factory analysis. You have to look at what's happening now. If you look at the pound, and let's have a look at it. If you look at the euro that he's trading and the pound those are trends, very big trends in fact, and he is trading trending currencies using a sideways EA. Okay, so the wrong EA was used. If you're trading a sideways EA, you should be using the pound USD, which is showing to be one of the most highly volatile currencies with a very big daily range of movement. The Oz wasn't too bad here. Historically, the Oz isn't too bad, but certainly the pound is a big problem. And the way you find this is you look at the ATRs of all the currencies, or you go to a site like mataf.net, that gives you the the volatility of a currency. Okay, so let's have a look. That's number 2. The wrong currency with the wrong volatility and the wrong time frame. I've already mentioned the dangers of 15-minute trading. You must go for the 4-hour or the 1-hour settings to start with. And I can actually see that the pound was traded on the 50. So he traded the wrong volatility, wrong currency on the wrong time frame and using the wrong EA. So it's all compounds and compounds. And he overexposed himself to high risk currency. At the moment, the US dollar is high risk. The US does not have COVID under control, and it's going to be reflecting in the employment figures and all kinds of figures that weaken the dollar. So you must also be aware that's going on in your world. You can't just blindly trade. You must think about it. You must say, what are the chances of the US dollar strengthening under these circumstances, and what are the chances of weakening? And you've got to just look at what's going on. The US doesn't have COVID under control, and you can see it in the exchange rate. Now here's the big one, the really, really big one. He used a live account on an EA he does clearly not know to trade. See, a lot of mistakes in Forex are because of psychological reasons. Now the psychological reason here is impatience and greed. Wants to know what the results are, wants to make a lot of money quickly, so he jumps into a live account. And here we say what the process is for going live. We say, do not trade a live account until you experience positive results on a demo account for 2 to 4 weeks. So you put it on a demo account and trade it for 2 to 4 weeks to see how it trades, what are the risk profiles of it. And we also say that you need to use 0.01 per thousand. Now he's used 0.01 per 500, so he's already doubled his risk. And maybe that's a number 8 on the deadly sins. Do not expose yourself to excessive risk with aggressive lot sizing. He has used aggressive lot sizing in that 0.01 should have been for 2 currencies, means you have to use $2,000. I should have added that as number 8, but 7 sounds so much better. And then the last one, he has trusted set files. Now I have made so many videos, and those 2 that I mentioned earlier in the video, please go and watch them. You cannot trust set files. The set files are provided to show you that the EA has the potential of doing well. You have to take those set files and calibrate them to your broker and optimize them to your broker's history. No trading account is the same as the other trading. There are subtle differences, and I've made also a lot of videos showing you the subtle differences between broker accounts. It's in the currencies, it's in the cutoffs, it's the weekend candles. There's all kinds of differences that happen with brokers. They set these things up inconsistently. So you take a set file from IG and you plug it into Pepperstone. What do you expect? Complete disaster. Okay, so don't trust set files. You take the set file, you don't put it into the trading element of MT4, you put it into the strategy tester, and you use the settings in that set file to optimize for your broker. Very, very important. People cannot get these messages, and as I say, it's a psychological problem. People are in a hurry, they don't have patience, and they are greedy. Simple as that. So as I say, I could have added number 8, which is position sizing. You need to get your position sizing right. But the 2 things that this trader really did well is, firstly, he took action. He didn't sit and think and ponder and wish and hope and try and rationalize how things work. He took action and started trading. The only problem is he traded on a live account, not a demo account. Also, he only traded 2 currencies. You must trade 20 currencies. So you trade 10 on a 1 hour time frame, you trade 10 on a 4 hour trade, you trade them for 2 weeks, you see how they behave, and that will give you a lot more information than trading 2 currencies. So you can see there's a few more sins that are coming out slowly, one by one, there is a video here to show you how you can use set files and make changes to them. Let's see why. And also here's a video on the importance of volatility, how you must relate the currencies that you're trading to volatility. Besides volatility, there's also what I call trendiness. So a currency can have low volatility, but it could be very trendy. And you need to understand that element too. And the only way to do that is, before you trade a currency using an EA or a robot, look at the charts. You say, all right, this is a sideways EA. Let's look at the charts. And you look at the charts and you see what it's doing. As simple as that. It's not that complicated. Look at it. Even a child can tell you, oh, that one is going up, that one is going down. It's very easy for, oh, that's going sideways. A child can, so take that mentality, look at the chart, say, is this the appropriate currency to use? And then you use it. Now, I must again thank the forum member for posting this post. I hope he has learnt a lot from my response. I hope you have learnt a lot from your response. Please do not be in a hurry. Do not commit these 7 deadly sins. Only one of those can kill your account. In this case, he committed, and we subsequently found out, 8 to 9 of these deadly sins, and you really cannot afford that in Forex trading. Forex trading is not easy. You can't take chances. You have to get everything aligned to have a good chance of success. You can't align 8 things wrong or 9 things wrong and hope that the market will be kind to you and you'd be successful. You have to be realistic about these things. And that also explains why we don't have a refund policy, because this is such a difficult game. It's not easy. You can make a mistake with a very good EA. You could have the greatest EA. If you're trading in the wrong market, in the wrong currency, all those things that I've mentioned already, wrong lot sizing, and that kind of thing, and you're exposing yourself to, like in this case, multiple times more risk than you should be, then you're going to bear the consequences. So from me, Alex Aploy, cheerio.